Hey guys, welcome back to Small Town Wanderers.
Today we are in Wind Cave National Park in Hot Springs, South Dakota, and we got here a little early to get our tickets because we failed to get them early, which I definitely recommend if you're gonna do a cave tour. We did get a ticket though, so we're gonna go in and do gift shop, the museum, and then we're gonna just kind of walk around here, and then we're gonna there's like a driving tour, and it's like wildlife and like some lookouts, so we're gonna do that, and we'll just bring you guys along with us.
Before heading inside, I wanted to show you the drive into Wind Cave National Park. The views along the way immediately took our breath away. Rolling hills, open prairie, and wildlife all around. It didn't take long for this place to become one of our favorite national parks. Wind Cave National Park is located in the southwestern corner of South Dakota, just north of the town of Hot Springs. It's home to one of the longest and most complex caves in the United States, famous for its rare boxwork formations. Above ground, the park features rolling prairies, ponderosa pine forest, and roaming bison and prairie dogs, offering a unique combination of underground wonder and natural beauty. Wind Cave became a national park in 1903 and covers over 33,800 acres of protected prairie and forest. We drove straight to the visitor center to get in line for a cave tour. We had been waiting to see what the weather would be like during our time in South Dakota and ended up waiting too long to buy tickets in advance. The park ranger told us that about half of each tour is sold online and the rest are available on a first-come, first-served basis at the visitor center. Thankfully, we were able to grab an afternoon tour, which gave us plenty of time to do some hiking and take a scenic drive through the park. If you want to reserve tickets in advance, you can visit recreation.gov and search for Wind Cave National Park to see available tour times and book online. Once we arrived at the visitor center and booked our cave tour, our first stop was the gift shop. We had to find a magnet and a sticker to take home, one of our favorite travel traditions. While we were inside, we also stamped our National Park Passport book, another must-do for every stop we make. For anyone wanting to be a true cave explorer and get the full underground experience, Wind Cave offers a wild cave tour. This tour takes you off the beaten path into undeveloped parts of the cave where you'll crawl through tight spaces, climb over rocks, and squeeze through narrow passages. It lasts about 4 hours and is led by a park ranger with all the necessary gear provided. It's a physically demanding adventure, but perfect for those looking to experience the cave just like the early explorers did.
Parts in like Nebraska and Kansas, but not.
I'm not looking at those. Going down. July 3rd. Both smeared, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm gonna do this one. Oh gosh. Ready?
Have you seen Postcard
I think this is like a new pad too. Oh, let's go. Yeah. Any that you like? I don't like that big. This one. Because it kind of shows up and down. You like that one?
Yeah.
They also have ones here for jewel cave.
After visiting the gift shop, we made our way through the small museum on the main floor of the visitor center. It focused on life above the cave, highlighting the prairie ecosystem, the animals that call it home, and how the land and cave are connected. It was a great way to learn more about the park's unique landscape before heading downstairs to the Cave Museum. The World Above exhibits in the Visitors Center highlight the landscape and wildlife that live above Wind Cave. They cover the mixed grass prairie, ponderosa pine forest, and animals like bison, prairie dogs, and black-footed ferrets. There are several interactive displays throughout the area, including touch and feel stations, buttons that trigger animal sounds, and short educational videos. It's a fun and engaging space for kids with hands-on elements that help them connect with the natural world above the cave.
Do we have to try to leave it at home?
Femurs and claws. Sore throats and just. Let me get touch that one.
On our way to the stairs, we passed by an area with helpful information about the park. There were displays on backcountry camping, maps of the hiking trails, campground details, safety tips, cave tour options, and even animal warnings, especially about keeping your distance from bison. It was a great resource for anyone planning to explore more of the park beyond the cave.
That's wild cave. No way. No way. It's nice that you can go down one room of the cave. This is the one that we're gonna be doing. Stay at least 25 yards from all of them.
Alright, can I get your book out of here just so I can check your clothes?
I guess.
We made our way downstairs, where the world below exhibits are located. This is also where we would meet later for our cave tour. The exhibits focused on the fascinating underground world of Wind Cave, explaining how the cave was formed, what makes its boxwork formation so rare, and how early explorers first discovered and mapped the cave. There were models, photos, and interactive displays that helped bring the underground geology to life before we experienced it in person. Wind Cave gets its name from the strong natural airflow at its original entrance. When the cave was first discovered, people noticed a loud whooshing sound and a noticeable blast of wind coming from a small hole in the ground. The wind is caused by changes in atmospheric pressure. When the pressure outside the cave is higher than inside, air rushes in, and when it's lower, air blows out. This unique effect led to the name Wind Cave. There were a couple of neat models of the cave, including a 3D model that showed where the different cave tours take you. It was really cool to see where we'd be going before starting our tour in the afternoon.
I guess it's sucking in.
It's a current wind speed.
You can kind of feel it there, but not all the way. Ready?
Crawling and squeezing through this box was a requirement for the Wild Cave Tour. Would you take on this adventure? Let us know in the comments.
Okay, we're headed back to the car. Like I said earlier, if you plan on coming, try to get your tickets online. I think they sell like 50% online and then they leave like 50% for first come first serve. We were in line around 8:30 and our tour isn't until 1:40, so definitely either get them online, or if you're going to like just come and do first come first serve, get here right at 8 when they open.
Since we had several hours to kill before our tour, we decided to start our time at Wind Cave by driving the Wildlife Loop Road. We were determined to see bison today, and we had just pulled out of the visitor center when we spotted our first friend soaking up the sun.
We didn't even make it to the wildlife loop yet, and we already spotted several bison over there. Brayden's over there getting a little bit closer to them. So.
After spending some time watching the bison, we made our way toward the Wildlife Scenic Loop. We had overheard someone at the visitor center talking about the drive, but couldn't quite figure out where it started. Thankfully, a very helpful ranger took the time to mark it on our map and even pointed out the best stops to make along the way. We're always grateful for that kind of guidance. It makes exploring new places feel both easier and more rewarding. The drive to the start of the loop itself was so pretty, winding through open fields and wooded stretches that set the tone for the adventure ahead. We made a few stops at some pull-off areas along the way to take in the views. Even though we didn't spot any more wildlife, the scenery alone was worth it. Before continuing on to the wildlife loop, we decided to take a quick detour and hike the Rankin Ridge Trail. The drive up to the Rankin Ridge trailhead is beautiful in itself. The road winds steadily uphill through dense ponderosa pine forest with breaks in the trees, offering a glimpse of rolling hills and open meadows below. As you climb higher, the scenery opens up, giving you a sense of just how vast the landscape really is. The Rankin Ridge Trail is short but rewarding. About 1 mile in length, forming a loop that leads you up to the highest point in Wind Cave National Park. The trail is well marked and fairly easy, though it does gain a bit of elevation as it approaches the top. Along the way, you'll pass through pine forest and rocky outcrops, with chances to spot wildflowers and maybe even birds of prey circling overhead. At the summit, you're rewarded with panoramic views stretching across the Black Hills. On clear days, you can see as far as the Badlands to the east and the higher granite peaks of the Black Hills to the west. An old fire lookout tower sits at the top, adding a historic touch to the experience. Even though it's a short hike, Rankin Ridge packs a lot into a small distance. A scenic drive, a pleasant walk through the forest, and sweeping views that showcase the beauty of the region.
We're gonna do that. Here's the little map. Looks like it's a loop. I think it comes out maybe over there, I don't know. So we're gonna go up. I think it's a good incline, so if you do this, be prepared for that. But we're gonna do it.
The Rankin Ridge Trail may only be about a mile long, but it climbs close to 250 feet in elevation, making the incline feel pretty tough at times. We stopped several times along the way to rest and take in the views, which made the climb feel more enjoyable. I kept a close eye out for rattlesnakes as we made our way up, since this part of the park is known for them, but mostly we just crossed paths with lots of nice people visiting from all over the United States. This area of Wind Cave National Park is great for spotting wildlife. Mule deer and elk sometimes move through the forest, while bison roam the meadows below. Hawks, prairie falcons, and even golden eagles can be seen soaring overhead. The mix of forest and open country makes Rankin Ridge feel like a snapshot of everything the park has to offer in one short hike. The closer we climbed toward the top, the prettier the views became, each turn in the trail opening up to even more sweeping scenery that made the effort feel worthwhile. We made it past the biggest incline, and the view was so worth it. There was still another small hill to climb before finally reaching the summit, but by then, the anticipation carried us the rest of the way.
Put it in 4-wheel low and took off for a second. Okay, after about 20 minutes, we've made it to the top here, the lookout. Can't actually go up the tower.
It's behind us.
It's behind us if you look right
See?
there, but it's still a beautiful view no matter what. So
It's quite the incline coming up. We stopped a few times just to rest, and there's lots of like little viewpoints along the way, so that was a good time to rest.
and I think we're about almost a little over 40 some 100 feet up high, so not too.
We'll have to look at the exact so I can let you know, but
Yep.
it's very pretty.
Yep.
Worth the climb.
Yep.
After taking in the beautiful views, we headed back to the car. The return stretch of the trail was much easier, with a broader path and a gentle slope that made the walk down feel calm and enjoyable. Okay, so we made it to the wildlife loop. I'm gonna try to show you. This is the visitor center right here. So we drove up here, around through here. We got on 87 and went all the way here. You can kind of see, it's kind of blurry, but there's like a little white line here. It's NPS 5, and so that's going to be the wildlife loop, is what the ranger told us. So we are on it now. It is a gravel road, so just heads up for that. We unfortunately didn't see any bison along the loop, but we did spot plenty of prairie dogs popping in and out of their burrows. At one point, we even noticed something in the distance about the size of a coyote. It was too far away to tell for sure, but it added a little mystery to the drive. Although the wildlife wasn't out much during our drive, the views along the loop were absolutely breathtaking. Rolling prairies, tree-covered hills, and wide open skies made the scenery just as rewarding as spotting animals. At the end of the loop, the road actually exits the park for a short stretch before circling back and re-entering the visitor center. There are a couple of other ways to get back into the park besides re-entering near the visitor center. The main northern entrance is along U.S. Highway 385, which connects Wind Cave to Custer to the north and Hot Springs to the south. There are also smaller access points along State Highway 87 and a few gravel roads that cut across different parts of the park. Most visitors use the main entrances, but those back roads can make for a scenic alternative if you don't mind a slower drive. Once we made it back to the visitor center, we headed over to a little hot dog stand where they were cooking up bison hot dogs. They were so delicious, and a hot dog paired with some cold water was exactly what we needed after our hike and drive. We decided to sit out on the back deck of the visitor center while we waited for our cave tour. It was the perfect spot to relax, enjoy the fresh air, and take in the views before heading underground. We met our tour group under a pavilion just outside the basement level of the visitor center. Our guide was wonderful, friendly, knowledgeable, and full of fun facts about the park. After he finished going over the rules and sharing some information about the cave, we set off together to see the natural entrance of Wind Cave.
Yeah, on days like today, it's great. It's a lot of time down there. Okay, so yes, we are here at the natural entrance. What you're going to be looking for is that little hole right there. Who wants to go in first? Oh, we got some volunteers. We always get some volunteers, but no, we won't be going through there. We'll be going through that airlock door that we walked past. However, early explorers did go through that hole right there. So really, it's kind of the size of my hat if you're a little closer at it. But yeah, early explorers will go through that hole. Let me know when it's first.
On the right-hand side, you're going to see a hole with twigs and things, and that's where the natural entrance is.
Did you hear that? Yeah. What did he say? On the right-hand
Yeah,
side,
that
you're
little
going to see a
hole
hole
is
with with some twigs, and that's where the natural entrance is.
On the right, there's some twigs you'll see, and I guess that's the natural entrance. You can see up there.
On the right hand side there's some twigs and that's the natural entrance.
Oh, see how this way?
We really go.
How you
We
doing?
go down.
Go down into that.
We make you go down.
This must be it. Very steep. Well, that's crazy. That's where people are crawling in from. Is that it? I don't know. That's that one. Pull that one right. Just get
Look at this big. Yeah, so big.
You don't need to check them.
The camera told me to when I turned
It did.
Yeah, it said it was like too dark with the flash.
Snowball Hall.
Snowball Hall.
It's called Snowball Halls. What are you saying?
Cave popcorn.
Or cave popcorn. Is what it- Both. Both.
Some of them could have been made up by other people.
They didn't say don't eat it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass that back.
Call it shipping peanuts.
Yeah, just make up a new name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How did they say that on the rainbow? They're going down the yellow road.
We said take a picture here.
What's wrong?
So those little guys dug this place out. What? No, not actually. That would be pretty impressive if they all came down here and dug this place out.
There are a lot.
That'd take a lot of the prairie dogs.
A lot.
So, but no, for those prairie dogs, I do like to mention that they actually have been found to dig under the ground to about 20 feet, so they can get pretty far down there. But for the actual geology and how this cave was formed, you have to go back to about 320 to 360 million years ago. At this time, North America was covered in the shallow sea at different points. And when you go to the seashore, what do you often look for? Shells. Now, this water is still in this cave, but it's way below us, sitting in lakes. So I'll talk about these lakes a little bit further on the tour. But do you have any questions about this geology?
To your left here.
Slippery.
Yes, it's wet.
Hey, it's slippery right here. Mm-hmm. Watch your head here.
Devil's Lookout. Look for Devil's Hook, and we're under the visitor center.
Devil's Lookout. Look for Devil's Hook, and we're directly under the visitor center.
That's pretty good over here.
Yeah, I'm not like, I'm kind of sweating.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Where's the hook? Not sure.
Watch your head.
Watch your head here. Too slow.
It's real low.
Yeah.
Watch your head.
Watch your head.
Watch your head.
Watch your head. Huh. I like how you're almost like shooting from the hip with that thing though. Did you see that up there? I think a passageway at one point.
Stuff going down the stairs.
What's your stuff going down?
So I'll look at my on the side opposite these folks over here. Thank you. Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so yeah, to come to this room, you have to gather around and just go into the rocks. I'll go down that path over there.
The cave tour lasted about 75 minutes, giving us plenty of time to explore the passages and learn more about Wind Cave's unique formations. At the end, we made our way up to the elevator and back to our car. With a smile and a wave, we said see you later to Wind Cave, hoping to return one day to experience even more of what this incredible park has to offer. Thank you so much for watching and spending our day with us at Wind Cave National Park. We'll see you next time!